My name is Justin Roth. I'm with Petzl. We have two new high-end performance harnesses, the hirundos and the aquila. The hirundos has been in the line for some time, but we've completely redesigned it. There's new suspension technology, new materials, everything's different. The aquila is an all-new harness, basically the adjustable leg loop version. One other difference is that it has a wider waist belt and leg loops in terms of the height here, just for more support for prolonged hangs. To generalize, the hirundos is ideal for sport climbing. And the aquila is also great for sport climbing and for mountaineering. You could use them both for a really wide variety of things depending on what you want out of your harness, how long you're going to be hanging, how important weight is to you, stuff like that. Made for men or women. And comfort was really a big factor in mind when they were designing them. So, for example, the shape of the waist belt, you can see that it actually is narrow in the small of the back and it widens as you get to that those pressure points kind of above the rear pelvic bone. It really supports you more comfortably. The contact area, like where the inside of the harness touches your skin, was all designed to have very minimal stitching and seams, no crossing seams, so that there's not a lot of friction. These are not big wall harnesses, right? They're not overbuilt to be sitting in for hours on end. Sitting in an anchor belaying on a multi-pitch, that's fine, but they're really kind of ideal for cragging or things where you're not going to be hanging for really prolonged periods of time. It's a lightweight, minimalist harness, basically. These buckles they're new. They're called our double back HD buckles. Streamlined, super smooth, a deluxe version of the existing double back buckles. One of the really nice things about this harness, in addition to it being 280 grams for a medium, which is a very lightweight harness, and to having really good comfort on the skin and just a really nice supportive shape and fit, is the delta here, where the leg loop attaches, is made from a really soft, supple material, so that when you're high stepping or you're walking in the harness, it reduces the amount of friction and it just makes the harness really unobtrusive. The tie-in points are all 100% Dyneema. Dyneema has a low friction coefficient, so the other materials won't interact with it as much and wear it down. All of the external fabric of these harnesses is actually Bluesign approved. A new technology in this one is called fuse frame, and basically we've taken the foam padding in the waist belt where the supportive structure goes, and instead of just layering foam and then webbing on top of it, we actually thermoform the foam to have channels in it, and then the webbing sits into those channels, which allows you to have this really low profile, thin, supple design to the harness, which makes it just lighter, more minimal, less obtrusive when you're climbing.